The Creature Commandos trailer has dropped, and we break it down for you right here at the Lapse Geek podcast. Who are the Creature Commandos? Who are the members? Am I supposed to be attracted to the bride? I'm not really sure. This is the first true glimpse we get of the James Gunn DCEU reboot, so we are super excited. Well, except for the Suicide Squad, and of course Peacemaker, and possibly Blue Beetle. Still, it's very exciting. Welcome to the Lapse Geek podcast, where we bring you the best in geek content from across the internet straight to your device. If you like the video, if you like the other stuff we've been posting, make sure to like and subscribe just to show us a little love so we know that you guys are out there and that we keep making this stuff for you. Now, without further ado and without further advertising, let's jump straight into the trailer. Amanda Waller and Rick Flag Sr. are walking through a facility as Waller talks about an international incident, which is clearly Cersei as she seemingly invades a country. The blonde we see is a Princess Ilana Rostovich, which is a new character created for the series, but I gotta tell you, me, myself, I'm getting Terra vibes. Cersei is possibly the big bad here, as she is a godlike level witch who has gone toe-to-toe with Wonder Woman. Rick Flag Sr. is the father of Rick Flag Jr. from the Suicide Squad, so one might wonder why he wouldn't be more upset at the woman that commanded his son to his death, but I'm sure we'll get a throwaway line in the movie or in this series or something like that. Next, we see the bride in prison, and we all know you're supposed to take down the baddest person in the yard to establish dominance, so we see her kill a gorilla, possibly from Gorilla City. We're not really sure. We're going to have to wait on that. It's obviously not Grodd because, the coloring. We also note here that due to the events of Peacemaker, Waller is no longer allowed to use human agents, which is why she's resorted to using the Creature Commandos. So who are the members? We get the bride, obviously the bride of Frankenstein. Dr. Phosphorus, who was a Batman villain with ties to Rupert Thorne. In the comics, he wanted to build a nuclear power plant, but was caught in its meltdown and made permanently radioactive. The Weasel, who we've seen before, appearing in the Suicide Squad. We also apparently get his origin here in Creature Commandos. Nina Mazursky was a person from the comics. She was a scientist working for Shade, and she created some of the Creature Commandos. She transformed herself in the comics to a mer person, but obviously she has a different origin story here because it's obvious as a child she was already a mer person, so we get something different. And finally, we get G.I. Robot, which is an advanced android designed for combat and rescue missions, mainly during World War II, and particularly to fight the Nazis. There have been 6 iterations in the comics, and they've gone by the names Joe, Mac, Jake 1, Jake 2, Jake number 6.1, and Lord Job, although he used to go by Joe as well. It remains to be seen if G.I. Robot will use any of these aliases in the series. So the team is assembled with Rick Flag as team leader, and yeah, it's basically Suicide Squad with monsters. But hey, maybe that'll be all right. We get a shot here, which we assume is in Rostovik's country, where the guards wear some sort of futuristic knightly type of armor. Interesting. And we get a look at Eric Frankenstein, a murderous monster of a being who is well-spoken and intelligent in this version, as well as the bride's love interest, apparently. And we get some clips of the team in action along with some humor, which is the style of the current era. We see Clayface briefly, apparently fighting Flag for reasons. One note, it does not appear that Dr. Phosphorus is always radioactive in this version. We see him in close proximity to other team members and tossing a child into the air in the trailer, so take that as you will. We also get Dr. Phosphorus fighting Flag as a brief clip. And while it looks cool and this geek is excited to see it, I gotta be honest, one wonders if this is the best way to launch your version of MCU Part 2. There's already confusion as to what belongs in your universe and what belongs in the old one, and when one considers that a film like Superman should be a clean slate that introduces everyone into the universe at the same time, you're kind of doing it piecemeal, and I don't think that's a great idea. Frank Grillo, who is also playing Rick Flag Sr., will do so in Superman and in Peacemaker Season 2, which means you've already added a lot of baggage to the universe, which is just rebooting, and one has to wonder if that's a good idea. And finally, it's Suicide Squad, but with monsters, and yeah, we already had Killer Croc and Weasel, but this time it's different. We promise the answer to your brand new DCEU. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. We here at Geekdom certainly wish every project success, so stay tuned, stay right here, and we'll get you the latest news and geek news as it comes, and we'll give you a review of this when it comes out. Thank you for checking us out. Have a great day.